Well, here in the second hour, I also wanted to do a celebration here coming up in the next 20 minutes before we get to the top of the hour. And 25 years ago, I started college, my second leg of college. I had already finished up my associate's degree in video, television, and radio. And then I decided to go to California to round it all off with a film degree. So I'd learn about, actual physical film, 16, 35 millimeter. And I moved to California. I started going to Cal State Northridge. And the second week of school in my film class, all of a sudden, this cool punk rock girl walked in to the class, and she had striped tights on and different color socks, and she wore ministry shirts, and she dressed like a grunge princess. And her name was Danielle Scott. And the minute I heard her name, I'm like, I'm in love with this girl. I would sit there and I'd fall in love with her in class. And then finally I got up the courage to talk to her. And her and I decided to go out on a date. That started a great relationship and also an excellent friendship. And now I can say that I've been friends with Danielle Scott for 25 years as of this week. And so I wanted to do a tribute to you, Danielle, and play some music that I know that she loves. Danielle's favorite movie is a film called Stealing Home from 1988, starring Mark Harmon and Jodie Foster. And it's a great soundtrack, and all the music was written by David Foster, and it's just fantastic, just a great little film. And so here in the tribute to Danielle and Patrick back in 1995, how about we start off the tribute with When She Danced, the theme to Stealing Home. I love you, Danielle. Happy 25th anniversary. 95.9 ATD.
Is not the man described to us yesterday in the radio station.
He's not? I knew that.
This man is a man of extraordinary depth and understanding.
You're listening to Together with Patrick Ryan on 95.9 WATD.
WATD FM Marshfield, WBMS Brockton. This is the South Shores radio station, 95.9 FM WATD. Streaming online at 959watd.com and with your smart speaker just by saying play WATD.
You're listening to Together on 95.9 WATD. Songs of love and dedication. Have a request? Dial 781-837-4900.
And before the top of the hour, you heard a whole tribute going from 20 of all the way to the top of the hour. A tribute celebrating 25 years that I've known my dear friend Danielle. I love you, Danielle, and you heard some great music dedicated to Danielle. We ended the hour with Tori Amos's Hey Jupiter from her 1995 Boys for Pele record, and Danielle and I went into a record store called Tempo Records in 1995, and she bought that album, and her and I got in her car and listened to it about 1,000 times after that. And Tempo Records and Tapes was at 7321 Reseda Boulevard in Northridge, California, and it was an excellent record store, and we used to go there all the time and rent VHS videos as well. Well, good morning, everybody. It's 3:08. You're tuned to 95.9 WATD, the South Shores radio station. And I'm Patrick Ryan. The show is called Together, the love song show that airs every Thursday between the hours of 1 and 5 a.m. And every week, you and I have this meditation on love. We go back to the 20th century, and we listen to all of the original songs off the original mediums. And earlier tonight, I was doing a tribute to my dear friend Danielle. And in 1997, she said, "You got to hear this song. I just heard it." And I'm like, okay. And she's like, "It's going to be a hit. I swear. It's going to be on every radio. You're not going to be able to get away from it." I'm like, okay, sounds good. What is it? And so we drove to this place I was talking about, Tempo Records and Tapes. She went in and bought the CD single of this song, and she put it on in her car, and I had never heard it before, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, this is going to be a hit. I happen to have that same CD single that she bought, but it was here in the record library. Here it is. Oh, yeah. If you haven't heard Mbop in a while, it's a good one, right? Probably the last feel-good song of the 90s. ATD.
Yes,